Ravel's score for Daphnis and Chloé was commissioned in 1909 by the impresario Sergei Diaghilev, whose fledgling Russian ballet needed music for a production of the 2nd century Greek romance by Longus about mythological lovers and their rites of passage. Since the company emphasized a complete synthesis of artistic elements in their presentations, Ravel was thrust into a collaborative environment that was both unlike any he'd experienced and, as he told a friend, thoroughly uncongenial to his temperament. I have to tell you that I've just spent a mad week preparing a ballet scenario intended for the next Russian season. Practically every evening we work until 3 a.m. What complicates matters is that the choreographer Fokine doesn't know a word of French, and all I can do in Russian is swear. Despite interpreters, you can imagine the flavor of these discussions. While Diaghilev hoped that he would be able to present the ballet during the 1910 season, differences of opinion between Ravel and the choreographer over the scenario continually delayed the project. At one point, Ravel became so frustrated he asked his colleague Louis Aubert to complete the score for him. To our good fortune, Aubert declined. Fokine sought to express the form and image of the dancing depicted in red and black on ancient Greek vases, while Ravel insisted on composing a vast musical fresco that reflected the ancient Greece of his imagination. Although Michel Fokine later described the collaboration in much more positive terms than would Ravel, it was the composer's wishes that prevailed in almost every respect. It wasn't until early June of 1912 that the ballet was given its premiere, an event that would be largely irrelevant to the future stature of the music Ravel had composed. Ravel's music for Daphnis would soon become a staple of the orchestral repertoire, primarily through performances of 2 concert suites he extracted from what he'd labeled as a choreographic symphony in 3 parts, a designation that reflects the music's evocative power and artistic self-sufficiency. Ravel's masterful, comprehensive use of an enormous orchestra and a wordless choir in this work could serve as a textbook in orchestration. But like his great predecessor and compatriot Berlioz, he calls upon large forces for a specific purpose: to create the widest possible varieties of atmosphere and emotional nuance. The overall effect conveys that characteristically elusive quality we associate with Ravel's music, a unique sensibility that is at once sensuous and chaste. His score for Daphnis and Chloé was an important landmark within his orchestral output, and it would eventually be recognized as one of his greatest works. It is a ravishing embodiment of Ravel's particular artistic genius, in which an unsurpassed symbiosis of technical perfection and artistic content yields music of profound sentiment, immediacy, sophistication, and brilliance.
Origin stories based on Greek and Roman mythology are the focus of this CSO program, led by Esa-Pekka Salonen. Maurice Ravel's ravishing ballet Daphnis and Chloé was completed in 1912 for Sergei Diaghilev's Ballet Russe. It brought together an all-star creative team that included Vaslav Nijinsky and Tamara Karsavina dancing the principal roles. Ravel worked tirelessly with choreographer Michel Fokine to fashion a scenario based on a prose pastoral by 2nd century Greek author Longus. The story recounts the plight of young lovers Daphnis and Chloé as their fidelity is tested and Chloé is abducted by pirates. The score is Ravel's most sensuous, evoking what he called the Greece of my dreams. It features a wordless chorus sung by the Chicago Symphony Chorus, and to conclude, an ecstatic bacchanal.